Hi there! So, welcome to my little introduction video. Well, this is like the first video of this kind I actually do because, well, I don't really know what to do because outside it's raining right now. So I thought I'm just gonna record something inside, and yeah, because I've never done an introduction video, I thought I should just do that. So yeah, welcome to all the new viewers because you probably don't know me yet. And also welcome to all the people who are following my yeah, YouTube channel already. Yeah, I don't know, there's not really much to say about me, to be honest. I'm really bad with those videos, but yeah, I should just begin at some yeah, like Q&A because I would like to explain you actually how I got into the furry fandom and why my name is Kinara and yeah, what I actually do. And I think the most important thing for me is to explain why I do this, because that's a really important point for me. So I just gonna start, I guess. Also, I try to make a few videos of this, I gonna cut this video because I guess like a little playlist with a few introduction parts is maybe a bit more interesting for you. So yeah, this is going to be the first part then. So yeah, how did I got into the furry fandom? Well, it actually started a while ago already, because I'm not really the youngest one, to be honest. Well, it all started back in 1996. This is such a long time ago. I mean, some of you weren't even born at that time, so I feel kind of old. Yeah. Back in the day, I was exploring the internet for the first time. I had like a few kilobytes which I could use on my modem to just surf the web a bit and to explore the world a bit. And at some point I ended up on some website for like werewolf art. I was really into werewolves because I don't know, wolves were always my favorite animals. We always had a dog at home, so I got the connection there somehow. And yeah, werewolves were like the wild, beastish version of that, and I was really into that. And I loved this website, and I was yeah, just scrolling through the content. There was a message board, and I was able to talk to some people and stuff, and I really liked the art and stuff like that. And at some point I got into the IRC network, which probably nobody of you even know anymore. It was basically like the chat room back in the day, and you were able to chat with people and get into different channels and stuff like that. And yeah, I got into this well, a few channels about the furry fandom, and yeah, I got to know the things behind it and stuff, and I got to know a few people and stuff, and so I got into the whole thing, and yeah, that was basically my start. There was a video back then. I have no idea who it was. I have no idea where it was. It was a fursuiter, like a shaman fursuiter, and he or she was dancing on the stage, and I really liked that. Like the feeling about that. I was like, wow, this is amazing. They are like costumes with such detail, and it was really nice to watch, and I got into the furry fandom like that, I guess. And yeah, back in the day I also invented, yeah, well, myself. That was a very good time. I mean, I was young, I wasn't 18 at that time. I have to admit I lost a bit track of the whole furry thing back in the day because I was kind of focused on school and doing stuff with my friends and so on. So therefore I lost a bit track. But back in, I would say, 2001, I got finally back into the whole furry thing, and at that time I focused like completely on it, and I've met the first furries back in the day, and in 2004, I also was at my first furry convention, which was Eurofurence 10. So yeah, it's a while ago. I feel really old now. So yeah, that was basically how I got into the furry fandom. And well, the fursuit thing was basically always a part of that, because 2004, when I've been to the furry convention for the first time, there were like, I don't know, maybe 10 fursuiters. I'm not really entirely sure now. And there was this one guy, and I was like, wow, this is the first fursuit I actually see. And back in that time, my first boyfriend was like, dude, you just have to hug this fursuit. And I was like, but can I really do that? And he was like, yeah, just do it. He's fine. He's happy about that. And I did it, and that was like the end of the, I don't know, of the boring life, basically. So yeah, that got me into the fursuit subgenre. And yeah, I don't know. Well, I had a few friends back in the day, also some fursuiters, and one of them sadly passed away already, but he was also a big influence for me, because yeah, he was fursuiting back then, in the year 2006, and we got like really into the whole fursuiting thing, and I was really happy about that I actually had the chance to know him. And yeah, rest in peace, I would say. Anyway, so yeah, in 2007, I've met Cody Dog, my current boyfriend and well, engaged doggo. Yeah, we two. He actually pushed me even more into the fursuit thing, and I was able to wear his fursuit back then, and I could finally just be a fursuiter, basically. And because of him, I gave myself a little push as well, and ordered my fursuit. And it's also the same maker, Aaron Studios. And well, since then I haven't really changed. I'm still blue purple and still like a crazy fluffball, I guess. And yeah, that's basically the story, how I got into the furry fandom and into the fursuiting stuff.